If you didn't have the 35O like circa 2016, you weren't doing makeup. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's another sit down, do our makeups together. I feel like these are honestly my favorite type of videos to film because I just love sitting down to do my makeup, and I'm going to be talking a lot about makeup and what I'm doing. So make sure you stay tuned and yeah, go grab your makeup before we get started. It's going to be like a get ready with me type of situation. So first, wait, 1 second. Let me go with my beauty blender. There's nothing like a fresh beauty sponge that like never used, you're wetting it for the first time. Because my old one had tears and holes everywhere. I'm gonna start off by using my primer. This primer is from Milk Makeup. This is the mattifying one because I am very oily. So I need some mattifying properties. I don't know if I should have wore white as I'm doing my makeup, but it is what it is. Anyway, as you've seen in the title, I'm going to be talking a little bit about how not every single talent, passion, skill has to be a side hustle. And I'm doing makeup specifically for this because this was one of my passions that I then turned into a side hustle. And now I'm trying to figure out how to make it back my passion. So we're going to talk all about that today. And I really want to dive in with some eyeshadow look today. It's been a while since I've done some like full-on eyeshadow, so I don't even know where to start. I don't know if I want to do eyes first or face first. I do know I want to work within this like color scheme, this like little pink and purple-ish area right here. I'm still used to doing my skin first, so I'm just going to do my skin first. I'm going in with my NARS, what foundation is this? Soft Matte. Again, I love everything matte. I love a matte base, like just a cute matte base. I love it. So as many of you know, I started doing hair a long time ago when I was like 13, 14. But at the same time, I was also doing makeup, and I actually used to do both at the same time. Like, what was that? That was like summer 2018. I went into that summer talking about something I want to be booked and busy, and sure enough, I was booked and busy. I was making wigs, I was braiding hair, I was also being a makeup artist. I was doing it all. And like my love for makeup runs deep. Like I'm talking about like, let me go find some of my eyeshadow palettes so you know how far into makeup I really am. The Jaclyn Hill original palette, which you can't even see her name, because I've had this for I think I got this like senior year of high school. Use it down. That shade is gone. Like, if you didn't have this palette when it came out, like this palette took over the internet. The looks that people created, 35O by Morphe, that was what? That was like, if you didn't have the 35O like circa 2016, you weren't doing makeup, because that's when the orange smoky eyes were like, they were trending. And if you, I talk too much, I forgot to do my makeup. My foundation's already dried up. Oh my gosh. But yeah, if you didn't have that 35O makeup palette, what were you doing? Jaclyn Hill, all the makeup artists pushing their 10% Morphe code. Jaclyn Hill, her code was Jack Attack. It was Bretman Rock, Patrick Starr, Manny MUA, which I have his first ever collaboration with Makeup Key. I can't even remember when this palette came out, but my whole point being like, I was deep into makeup. Jaclyn Hill, Desi Perkins, Luster Lux, who now goes by Katie, Makeup Shayla. Who else did I used to watch? I used to watch Manny. Who else did I watch? I feel like there were a lot of, I used to be deep in the makeup game, like Nikki tutorials, all those videos, the highlighter challenges, the 100 layers of makeup. Like I used to be obsessed with makeup. I used to love it so much, and that's why I started doing it as a side hustle, because I was like, oh, you like this, and like, nah, I don't think y'all get it. Like I keep going back to it, but I was deep in the makeup game. Even when like Desi and like Katie, they went on their squad tour, I was there. If I find that picture, I'm gonna insert it on the screen because I needed to be there. They were going on the squad tour. They came to Jersey Gardens, their dirty gardens, as we call it. My foundation is drying up, so I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever. I actually don't want to use this because this is a holding spray, so I'm gonna go in with some rose water. Yeah, this is again, my products are gonna tell you how long I've been in this. This is Fourth Ray Beauty. I don't know if they even still have this line. This is a line by it was ColourPop's skincare line, if I'm correct. Fourth Ray Beauty. This is I'm going down memory lane right now, and I'm so happy. Anyway, now I'm just kind of blending in my foundation with my sponge to get it all even and stuff. Like, I feel like even me doing this whole video right now, I feel like I'm living my best YouTube dream, because when the girlies are posting the makeup tutorials, I was doing the makeup tutorials in my head. Like, you couldn't tell me that I was not gonna have my own Morphe code one day. Well, the code was, there was a Sigma code. The Sigma, what's that brush called? The Kabuki brush. I keep talking about it just so you can get like a little bit of context. But first, concealer that I'm using is the Born This Way by Too Faced. I use two shades. I use the shade Toffee and Chestnut. Toffee is like closer to my skin tone. This is more of like my concealing shade, and then Chestnut is more of like my highlight shade. Jackie Aina put me onto the shade. She said she used Too Faced Chestnut. I was using... How did I forget about Jackie Aina? I used to watch Jackie Aina's tutorials too. Alyssa Ashley. Alyssa! When Alyssa did that brush boot camp with the Morphe brushes, which then goes into my love of brushes. Tell me what my tub of brushes, most of these brushes, I think except for a few, are all Morphe because the girls were promoting the Morphe code back in the day. There was no way I was not going to be part of the bandwagon. So I was using the code Bretman Rock, I was using P Star, I was using Manny MUA, Jack Attack. Who else had a code? I think Jackie Aina's code was like Edges or something. I was using every single code. My whole point being, I loved makeup through and through, and you could not tell me that I was not going to be like a bridal makeup artist, a celebrity makeup artist or something. Like, there was just no way it was not going to happen. Quick thing, I don't like to apply my concealer. This is like a tutorial slash chit chat, so it's a little bit of both. But I don't like to apply my concealer too close to underneath my eye because by the time I blend out this concealer, it's going to move up anyway. And if I apply it like straight underneath, it's like, where is it going to go? It's going to go in your eye. So I just apply it here. And then I'm going to go up with this on my chin because you always want to highlight the center of your face basically. And there's no need to apply so much here. I just feel like it's just too much. And that's what the makeup girlies taught us back then. Yeah, I had a deep love and care for makeup. Like, if you had asked me honestly years ago, I probably thought that I would have done makeup more than hair because I loved it so much. I keep reminiscing, but it was truly a time of like Molly Magic on Instagram. What? I used to watch every single Instagram story like it was the freaking Bible. Like, God forgive me, but I was watching it like, what did she do? How did she get that? I bought so much makeup courses from like Color du Jour, Tiana Robinson. I even took a one-on-one course from Lil Nicely. Now I'm going to start blending out my under eye. I'm very intentional about how I blend out because if you don't follow the shape that you've done it for nothing. So the light keeps going in and out, so pardon that. Then I'm going to go this way. Then right when I get to the end, I don't need to come any further, just go on the butt of my sponge and tap. Then you have a good under eye. I let it sit for a little bit because that was another tip that like Jackie Aina taught. She was like, let that concealer sit. You grab your fan, you fan your eyes. This video is gonna be so long because that was just such a happy time for me. Like, life was good then. Then it's like you use the little sponge to kind of like do a little reverse contour for a little bit. I'm so happy right now playing with makeup and like describing what I'm doing, and it just goes into my whole point of like, not every passion or talent or hobby you have needs to be a side hustle. I've said so much, I don't even know where the story is anymore. I don't even know how I officially actually started makeup. I think it was one of those things that kind of just started on my friends and all that stuff, and then little by little you start doing it on other people. I remember I even like shadowed Juicy Looks MUA, who she is the best bridal makeup artist in the whole East Coast, because I've seen her work with other people, and she's not just a great makeup artist, but I truly pay attention to like the experience that people give you. And I've seen how she treats her brides, and she's like right there with them through it all. Like, how are you doing? Are you feeling good? Your lipstick needs touch. Like, she is with you through it all. So she would treat you like the queen you are on your special days. Back to my point of, I even shadowed her one day when she was working on one of her brides. So like, I was really like, I really wanted to be in the makeup game. Now that I'm all done blending, which I'm also very intentional with how I apply my blush because I have chunky cheeks, so it depends on what look I'm actually going for. If I want to really like pop in cheek, I'll apply a lot here, but if I want a more like, I'll go more so upward. And next I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever powder to set my under eye. I always like to go with the finishing powder first before setting powder like the Huda Beauty, because it does something. So now I'm just going to go in and set, and I'm going to go like right underneath the eye, and also make sure that I'm kind of carving out my nose contour. And then I'm going to go like right in that triangle. Again, if I go right here, I'm just going to cover all the blush that I just did. And I think this powder is definitely too light. This is so light. Oh my gosh. I look crazy. Yeah, this powder is so... No! little concealer has come up. How is this thing gonna embarrass me? The one day I want to film about my love of makeup and how much I miss it, and this powder is gonna embarrass me like this?
You gonna embarrass me in front of my people on here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go wipe off my face. I can't do this. This is so ugly. I had to go redo my base. I don't know what was happening and why it wants to embarrass me today of all days, but I was not gonna ride out like that. So my next thing is my bronzer, which this is by Morphe. I don't even think they make this anymore. There's not a sign on it, but it's in the shade Prodigy. This is like one of like the darkest bronzers I've ever found for dark skinned women. Like even this, if I get a little crazy, it's like too dark for me sometimes. I'm just using my fan brush. This is from this fan brush is from when Morphe and Bretman Rock. Oh my gosh, the YouTube days. Let me show you my hand. I tell you, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. This is from when Morphe and Bretman Rock came out with that highlighter palette, which I still have that, by the way. I forgot where I left off in the story, but basically when I stopped doing makeup for other people, which I was kind of sad about, but it was one of those things where it was just like there was physically no time to do it. I was gonna juggle both at the same time, like doing hair and makeup, and hair was taking off. Makeup was still like a little slow, which I feel like it was slow because of hair, because people wanted to do their makeup on Saturday. That was also when people wanted to do their hair. So it just was not working out. I'm gonna keep stopping throughout, but another thing I like to do is just to use my contour brush and just dab it on the side of my nose, because this is a really, really dark shade, so I don't really need to swipe. Just a little dab, and I have like, then I kind of apply very messily. I probably should do a little bit more organized, but I don't. Yeah, so now I'm just Aaliyah's face. How did I forget Aaliyah's face? Which I love her vlogs now, by the way, but her makeup tutorials, when she still wore contacts, the makeup where she wore the black lipstick, like, and now I just kind of use my powder puff. I dab a little off, and I cinch my nose till I can't breathe anymore. I don't want to have a nostril at the end of this. Basically, after I kind of stopped doing makeup for other people, I just kind of started doing simple eyes where like I didn't even like doing my makeup anymore. I just kind of was like, you know what, as long as there's something on my face, I think I could probably count how many times on one finger I actually did like a lot of eyeshadow. Maybe not on one finger, I'm guessing it. I could probably count maybe on 2 fingers, maybe on 2 hands, maybe like 10 times or so since I stopped doing makeup in like 2020 that I really did like a lot of eyeshadow. Like, I feel like I was borderline a makeup collector at one point. I will never forget during like Black Fridays in what, like November or so, I will start working on my list like late September, early October, because I'm like, okay, the Black Friday sale is coming up. I'll write out my whole list. By mid-October, I finalize it. I'm like, okay, from Anastasia, I'm gonna get this. From Morphe, I'm gonna get this. From Too Faced, I'm gonna get this. I was not playing about my list. Every single Black Friday, I had makeup orders. Clothes and stuff, I didn't really care too much about, but makeup, I made sure I got my Morphe brushes. Ooh, ColourPop too. The little shadows that they had in the jar, I would shop. Those shadows were like, what, $5, $6? I would have a list. I believe the blue one that they had back then was called Coconut. I was like, I'm gonna get Coconut. I had my list ready like months in advance, that I just, even when I got one of my first job babysitting making money, every single paycheck, I had it set aside for what makeup I was gonna buy. I remember when I got that first Laura Mercier powder because nobody could tell me anything. I say all this to say my love for makeup ran really deep. But I feel like after doing it professionally for a while, I just really kind of lost my passion for it. I just became a very simple makeup gal. And recently, I want to say within the last year or so, I'm just like, wow, I really used to love makeup. I'm going somewhere with the story, just keep up with me. But I just feel like sometimes when you're talented in a lot of things, like I did hair, I did makeup, I did nails, I feel like it's so easy, especially in the society of like hustle culture, it's so easy for like you to turn your talents, your hobbies, and your skills into like a side hustle. And like there's nothing wrong with that, because hair was a hobby that I like to do as well, and then it became my main hustle. But I kind of look back and I'm like, I wish I never turned makeup into that, because sometimes when you turn a hobby and a passion into a job, you can sometimes lose the joy of it. And I never used to like understand when people will be like good at something and they wouldn't want to make money from it, because I'm like, how dare you, like you're good at this, like make money from it. But I think as you begin to grow up, there's nothing wrong with having, I don't want to say lameless or stupid, but like there's nothing wrong with having a hobby just to have a hobby. Like I stopped my makeup too. I went as far as getting a skateboard just so I can have a hobby that I don't have to think about, because makeup was that for me, but I stopped. I turned into a hustle, so now I'm trying to go back into what was like, let me just find something new. But I really want to dive into makeup again, because there's nothing wrong with having a hobby just to have a hobby. Okay, my skin is a lot better now. This is what this is what I used to do. I told y'all. I thank you for trusting me. This is what I used to do. Now onto my eyeshadow. Where am I going with this? This is too big of a brush. I'm gonna go in with M433 by Morphe. This one and what's the other one's name? I'm gonna keep getting excited at different points of this video because makeup was truly like my that used to be my happy place, and it sucks that it no longer was, but like I'm in like kids land right now playing with makeup right now, and I have this makeup here all the time. It's just I never sit down to actually just have fun and stuff like that. There we go. This, my bad, the M441. These two brushes, it was just like, if you didn't have these two brushes, your makeup wasn't going to turn out right. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That was just what it was. We used to talk about the light, the fluffy brush. I'm going to go with a little bit of transition shade. I'm going to go with a little pink. These two shades, that's my transition shades. The crease color. Like, I know it's so stupid that I'm getting giddy so over like crease colors and stuff like that. But I really used to love this, and it's just, yeah, it's just sad. It's not sad, it is what it is, because now I'm kind of falling back in love with it. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video to just kind of say like, yo, it's okay to have hobbies, There's no need to make everything into a side hustle. Yeah, sure, have your side hustles. When you make like your deep hobbies into side hustles, it doesn't always go the best way. So now I'm just gonna go in with this deeper purple, the shade, the YouTube. I'm so silly right now. And like I mentioned, I really picked up a skateboard. Like when I was thinking about it, I was like, yo, what can I do that I really don't have to give much thought to? And the first thing that came to mind was a skateboard, because I was just like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to have a hobby. And adulting is ghetto, as I've said 1,000 times on this channel. And I feel like you just need things in life that you don't have to think about. You don't have to give too much effort into. Even if it's tennis, even if it's a sport that you do that, like, you could go pro if you want to. I think there's also power in saying, nah, I want to make this fun. I don't want to think too much about it. If you want to do pottery, like, I was deep in that hustle culture mindset. Like, I would never forget my bells. I think we were talking about like party planning or something like that. We met me, her, and one of our other like guy friends we met during, we had a meet. I was like, y'all, I wanted to be a millionaire. I was like, what skill are you good at? What skill are you? She goes, I could plan things, so I don't mind it, but like I don't really want to. What did she say? I can't even remember. You better like correct me if that's what I said. But basically I was just like, yo, how are we gonna get on this bag? Find your talents, find your hobbies, let's do it. And now I'm looking back, I'm like, girl, go sit down. Like, next up I'm gonna go in with this purple shimmery shade right here. Oh, that's so cute. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Look at that. I like her, but I want to deepen my outer corner a little bit really quick right here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. I actually think I'm falling in love again. Fall in love. I keep losing my train of thought because I'm having so much fun and I keep zoning out. But I basically want to just go smoke out my outer corner and then my lower lash line. On both eyes, of course. It looks a little wild right now, but by the time we throw on lashes, brows, it's going to look good. And where did I even leave off again? Oh my god. Like, adulting can really, really be ghetto. Like, getting caught up in like life and everything, hanging out with you and all that stuff. It's just so important to have something that's going to take your mind off of the stress. So I truly just want to encourage you, like, go find a hobby, just something that you don't have to think much about. And sometimes I feel like when you're creative and then it becomes your job, especially like if you're in the content creation space where like creating content was fun for you at one point, or doing makeup or doing hair was fun for you at one point, it's so easy for those lines to get blurred. So if you want to go pick up a skateboard, if you want to go pick up a rollerblade, if you want to go pick up pottery, just find something to take your mind off of the stress. Don't let the lines get so blurred that like you forget to have fun. And one of it too was like, I feel like I just didn't have any hobbies anymore in life. I always just thought, like, if somebody was to ask me what do I do for fun right now, I don't even know what I would say, because again, like, hair and makeup became my job for quite some time that I can't even say that that was a hobby anymore. So I truly wanted to just find something else to do that I like. More than anything, just don't let hustle culture bully you into turning every single skill and gift you have into a hobby. It's perfectly okay if you are the best tennis player that the world has ever seen, but you just want to do it with your mom and dad. Like, it's perfectly okay to just let hobbies be hobbies. Not everything has to be a money grab, because like you just lose the joy, you lose the innocence. Like I don't think y'all understand how much fun I'm having. Like, it sounds so ridiculous and so stupid, but like I haven't had this much fun in like It's a makeup, but like this used to be fun with me, playing with colors, having creative looks and stuff like that. But I'm just having so much fun right now, and I can't. I keep giggling like a little kid, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going in with my Morphe brow pencil to go do my eyebrows. I use the shade Java. And even now, like my friends, they'll sometimes ask, they're like, so when are you coming back? When is Mita makeup coming back? Because that was what the makeup was. It was Mita hair and it was Mita makeup. And they're like, is Mita makeup coming back? And I'm like, I don't know. I miss it, but I probably would just do it. I don't know. I'll probably just do it when I want to. Not to say I won't make money from it. Maybe, because I feel like anything I do on the internet, it's a form of another income and stuff. My brows look crazy. You know what? It's okay. The whole focus is I'm jumping back into makeup. The makeup doesn't have to look good today. That's why we're practicing again. If I were to get into makeup again, it probably won't be in the traditional sense of like doing makeup for other people. I'll probably just maybe create looks and post on TikTok or YouTube or something like that, but not in the traditional sense of I have clients, because I just want the joy to be there. Maybe if my friends ask me if they have a party and I want to have fun, and my lashes look crazy too. But yeah, maybe if there's an event and I want to have fun and I want to play with makeup, I'll do it. But I really miss having a hobby. I really miss having a hobby that I really, really like. Like, look at this. I don't know if this is a makeup tutorial anymore, talk through, or what it even is anymore, but my whole premise in making this video was just to tell you adulthood is ghetto. Find a passion that you like, that you don't have to think about. Have fun being a creative. I feel like we're all creatives in our own right. Find something that brings out your creativity. Find something that brings out your fun side. Find something that like you don't have to give an ounce, decibel? Just find something you don't have to give an ounce of like brain cell energy to, that you just can do and choose like a little kid. Cause like y'all would think I won the lottery or something, the way I'm just happy doing my makeup, and this is just something that I miss so much, and I'm just so giddy that I can finally like get back into it without the pressure. Like maybe I might get back into it later on, but I definitely think I needed to find like my but I think I just needed to develop this passion and this love for it. Like, I know the girlies are all about the soap brows and the natural makeup, but I love a beautiful, colorful, a smoky lash line. What? I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm done applying stuff, but I'm just so excited to have fun creating looks just for the sake of it. I feel like I don't need to, I talked about this in the whole dating video about overcomplicating things. I don't need to overcomplicate makeup. I can have fun, I can be creative, and it not be a side hustle. Like, it came out so well in the end. I feel like it came out well in the end. Granted, my makeup was playing with me earlier, but like, I love this look, this purple eye. Like, this is what I used to love. A purple, look at the sparkle. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up. My pores are screaming at me because I didn't use any primer or anything, but just, I'm like living out my fantasy as a YouTuber right now. I'm living through Patrick Star, Manny NUA, Makeup Shayla, I Love Sadae. Who else did I mention? Aaliyah Faze, Jackie Aina. I'm living out my childhood fantasy right now as a makeup artist, and I'm so happy. I don't even know what the premise of this video is anymore, because I feel like I spent more time like reminiscing about my makeup memories when I was a kid than the actual premise of this video, which is talking about just have fun and not turn everything into a side hustle. It was also low-key a makeup tutorial all in one. I don't know. I just hope you had fun with me and you giggled along with me if you were also in this makeup space back in like 16, 17. I hope you had fun with me, and I hope you also find something that you used to do. Just have fun, be a kid again, and just, yeah, I'm so happy right now. It's not even funny, but yeah, anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Like, my makeup is so cute right now. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely making the 2016, 2017 YouTube girlies proud, because what?